Hello, sports fan. Welcome to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Vice President of Athletics, Craig McPhail. We've got a great show today. We've got some good young people talking about some of the things they're doing, and some of our coaches are sharing a little bit what they've done. Andy Fisher's here today to tell us a little bit about our recap and tell you what to look forward to. I'm going to share with you what I think Bobcat Athletics has meant to our community with the engagement that we've had from our Lunch Buddy program and so many other things. Stay tuned for a great show for This Week in Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to This Week on Bobcat Athletics. I am Darius Melvin, and today we are here with Keith, Mr. Jennings. How you doing today?
Doing fine, Darius. Thanks for having me on the show, man.
You're welcome. For those who don't know who Mr. Jennings is, he's a wonderful person. He's a men's basketball coach here at McRae College. He's in the ETSU Hall of Fame, and also he actually had a chance to play professionally overseas and also in the NBA. So being professional and playing overseas and being able to have success on a collegiate level and also on a professional level, how has that success impacted you here at McRae College?
Well, it's given me an opportunity to share in my experiences. Being a former college student athlete at East Tennessee State, some of the same things that we went through, it's easy to share with our guys. So I just try to come at them in a way where to let them know that, the things that they're doing, it's kind of have already been done. So to give you some type of insight to what to expect, and I think it gives these guys a type of a bridge to look forward to.
Definitely, most definitely. And I know that you had success, like I said, on the court, but you had success off the court as well. I hear that you have a book, am I right?
Yes. I just published my first book, The Basketball Chronicles of Keith, Mr. Jennings, and it's really my basketball story. When I retired, I wanted to give something back to the game, and I had a lot of friends and family members tell me that my story could be somewhat inspirational. So I decided to put it down on paper, and it's been doing pretty good.
And I actually had a chance to read his book, and it's phenomenal. I didn't realize how tough it was to make it, to the professional level and all the little details, but it's a really good book. I think everybody should have a chance to read that. And I noticed you like to have success and also mentor to the younger generation. Can you tell us more about the show that you actually have on campus here?
Yes, me and Craig McPhail came up with the idea of coming up with Meet with Mr. And it's just like for the student athletes, like I said, I always want to help the student athletes, considering that I was one of them way back in the day. But, just to give guys some insight of what to look forward to, from your freshman year to your senior year to getting your degree, things of that nature, the basketball aspect of it. And it's just been fun. We've been having student athletes come out and support it, and I look forward to continuing and doing it with these guys.
Definitely. Well, thank you for being here again today. And please come by and support the basketball team this Saturday against Catawba. It was at 4:00 p.m. And hopefully we can get the win. And stay tuned for more This Week on Bobcat Athletics right after this. Welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm here with Erin Barcel, and she's a senior here at McRae College as a women's soccer player. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
This year they're doing pretty well. You could say it might not be as hopeful as the past couple of years, but they're still doing well. Can you give the viewers just a little bit of a background of who you are?
Well, like you said, my name's Erin. I'm a senior here at McRae. I'm majoring in sports administration, play soccer, and that's about it. So.
Awesome, sports administration. That's my major as well. I noticed this past week you actually played against Lenore Ryan for the cancer awareness game. How was that, being able to wear, the gold shoestrings for the Lace Up for Pediatric Cancer, and also wearing the pink jerseys for the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation?
It's awesome. It's always one of my favorite games out of the year. We decorate the locker room, and in there we have, who are you playing for? And before the game, our assistant coach is going around who are you playing for today? Who are you playing for? And every single person said someone. Cancer is so widespread now that everyone's affected in some way or another, whether it's a grandmother, a cousin, a child, someone. So it's really neat to just go out there and really just play for them during the game. And it was fun just to be able to represent them and just be grateful that, we have healthy bodies that we are able to play. So.
And I definitely appreciate y'all doing it. That's really wonderful for the community to support those foundations. Being a senior, and I know it's tough, it's your last year. How does it feel just to be a senior and playing soccer and just enjoying the season?
I feel old. Everything hurts all the time. It's this hip or this ankle or this toe. But I love it. Definitely just kind of giving back, especially to the freshmen and the sophomores, juniors as well. But I know, like, my freshman year, my other center mid, like, she's just still to this day one of my biggest role models. She was my senior center midfielder, and I was just like a sponge. Like, anything I could do, I would just learn from her. I had one job, it was win the ball and give it to her type thing. And that's all I kind of had to do, and it was nice to just kind of pass that off to her. Mm-hmm. So it's nice being able to, like, have that, like, leadership role and just kind of give it one last go.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. Looking into the future next year, do you have any expectations or any advice for the future team after you leave?
We keep getting better. We kind of plummeted there for a bit, and we've always been a winning program, but we're holding our own and kind of going back up. So just keep that momentum going forward. We definitely don't want to plateau again or fall back down. So just keep rising with what we have, just completely buy in to the system. And once you buy in and give it your all, success will come.
And you said you're a sports administration major. Do you have any plans for after college once you graduate?
So I'll graduate in December, and I'm going to hang out in the area for a bit. I'll be working up on Beach Mountain. But after that, I plan on going to grad school for exercise science and hopefully becoming a GA and a grad assistant there, and hopefully being an assistant coach for someone. And then just continue to network my way through and hopefully coach.
Well, best of luck to you, and thank you again for being here today. And stay tuned for more This Week in Bobcat Athletics right after this. Welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm here with Nathan Watt today. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Darius. How are you doing?
For those who don't know who Nathan Watt is, he is a men's soccer player here at McRae College. He's also a junior. Can you give the audience just a little bit of a brief description of who you are and why did you come here at McRae College?
Like I said, my name's Nathan. Although it might not sound like it, I originally come from Newcastle, England, but now I live with my family in the Central Coast in Australia. I'm majoring in sport administration, which is one of the reasons why I chose McRae. Obviously, and like I said, I play for the soccer team, so one of the biggest reasons was to come here to play, to better my skills, my abilities at a good level. And obviously where we live is quite an amazing place, so there's nowhere else I'd rather be in terms of a college within America.
And you said England, that's a beautiful place. How was the transition from being in Europe and England and just translating your talents and experience in the United States life here?
At first I wouldn't say it was a struggle, but it was a big like eye-opener. I've traveled quite a lot, so in terms of cultural change, like I've experienced quite a lot of different. So coming here, it wasn't too big, and obviously we have a lot of internationals already here, which kind of helped me anyway. But it was more of just adapting to the way that Americans have been brought up, because their way of training or learning is different to me or some of the other internationals. So just taking stuff from them was quite interesting, and obviously passing some of my knowledge onto them was also quite interesting. So it was quite an easy change in the long run, but it was an interesting one to say the least.
Great, nice. That's a good answer. I like that. Also, you said you're a junior, so you've had some experience playing soccer. How has this year been as a whole compared to the previous 2 years playing soccer?
In terms of results-wise, it's been my toughest year so far, and mentally, just because we haven't performed at the levels which we would have liked to. And although our record doesn't really reflect some of the results that we would have wanted, we've competed in a lot of games, but unfortunately been on the losing end more than the winning end, which has been tough. But we have a really young team. For the past 4 or 5 games, there's been games and we've had no seniors in the team. Obviously, we've had our captain, Marvin, who's one of our seniors, missed the past 6 games. So we've pretty much played with a squad comprised of juniors, 1 or 2 sophomores, and the rest freshmen. So it's been tough, but I know coming into next year, we'll be able to build on it and learn from the experiences that we've had.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Y'all actually have a tough schedule as well. I've noticed some of the competition y'all have played against, like Pfeiffer and Limestone, and the top 25 teams. So that's really tough. And I noticed you picked up on talking about next year is trying to adjust. What do you think, as being a senior coming in, what can you offer, and what do you think you need to do in order to help the team be more successful as a senior?
Again, I've tried to pride myself on it a lot more this year. It was one of my goals that me and my coach Rich sat down with at the end of last year and said, now I'm getting to that older stage, I need to show more of my leadership side. So it'll be more of setting an example, being there if the younger boys need to come to talk to me, setting an example, whether it be on the field, off the field, in terms of performance, work rate, attitude in the classroom, and just being there in case they need me. I know a lot of the boys I've spoken to this year, especially the freshmen, we have a lot of young minds, so it's been a case of just trying to keep their heads up, telling them what they need to hear, and giving them advice as to where I maybe went wrong when I was in their shoes, so they can obviously learn from my mistakes and hopefully be in a better stead when they get to my age and my class. So.
Yeah, definitely helping the younger fellows in the generation definitely helps, the whole chemistry of the team. Speaking of being a senior, do you have any aspirations on what you want to do after college yet? Because you have 1 year left. It's getting closer, so I know it's a tough question, but.
Well, kind of like Aaron said, I want to go into the coaching.
Okay.
First and foremost, I want to see if I can keep playing, which is my first aim. So hopefully this summer I'm going to go out and play in the PDL League, which will keep me playing in the summer. Hopefully a next level up from the college, so again, learn some more skills, develop my talents, come back, have my last 6 months here, and then see where it takes me. Like I said, obviously I've got my family in Australia now, so maybe see if I can get anywhere in Australia or in America or anywhere across Europe, Asia. Like, the whole world's the ocean at the minute. So I'll go wherever, and then if that doesn't work out, then I'll go into coaching eventually, which is something I enjoy anyway.
Well, awesome. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you for being here again today, and stay tuned for more this week in Bobcat Athletics. Welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I am Darius Melvin, and we are here today with Andy Fisher. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Darius. How are you?
I'm doing well. Andy Fisher here is our sports information director now, and give us a little bit of experience and background of who you are and what led you here to Leeds McRae College.
Well, I'm originally from the great state of Minnesota. I grew up there for most of my life. I graduated in 2013 from the University of Minnesota Crookston. After graduating, I went to Bemidji State, a fellow Division II school. And then I made my way down in this area, and I worked for a year plus at East Tennessee State, and here I am.
Nice. So Minnesota, have you noticed an impact or a difference between Minnesota and here in Banner Elk yet, or is it too early to tell?
Too early. Everybody's telling me that we actually do get legit snowfall here, so
Yeah.
I'm well versed to that, coming from the Great White North, so it should be interesting to see what it's like.
That's awesome. And do you actually have a favorite sports team being in Minnesota? Do you like the Minnesota Timberwolves or anything like that?
I'm fully fledged Minnesota fan all the way. Twins, Vikings, 5-0. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, Vikings doing really good this year. How do you feel about Adrian Pearson not being able to play this year? But still, they're doing really good. Sam Bradford is doing really good. They have one of the top defenses in the league. They're doing really good. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's great. Coach Zimmer is an excellent coach. He has instilled a system of next man up, and I think it's pretty much all him. They got a great team, and yeah, I just hope they can keep it rolling.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to watching them in the future. I definitely like them. They're definitely one of my favorite teams. This week we actually had a recap on some of our games here. Volleyball's played, soccer's played, and Andy's here actually going to give us a quick recap on what happened this week.
The volleyball team went 1-2 last week in 3 matches. The win came against Winston-Salem State on Saturday here at Williams Gymnasium. It was a great effort. The girls competed in all 3 matches. The soccer team went 0-2, both soccer teams did, but 3 of the 4 losses came by 1 goal, so they were right there. So they just need a little bit of extra to pull out the victory. And the tennis team wrapped up their fall schedule, and that's all that went on last week.
Thank you, Andy. And this week we also have Catawba. The men's basketball team actually will be playing Catawba this week on Saturday at 4 p.m. And also we actually have a few more events that's coming up this week as well. Can you give us a brief description of what's going to happen this week?
Other than basketball, all of our other teams that are in season will be on the road. The volleyball team has a very busy week ahead of them. They have 4 matches on tap, beginning Tuesday at Winston-Salem State. They also play at Pfeiffer on Friday, and then they have 2 matches at Belmont Abbey on Saturday. Both men's and women's soccer will be at Barton on Saturday, and the cross-country teams will be at the conference championships in Concord, North Carolina. So, looking forward to it.
Definitely, and thank you very much. And we will be back with Craig McPhail, the Vice President of Athletics, on This Week in Bobcat Athletics.
It's a privilege of mine to be able to see our young people out in the community. Recently, I've had the good fortune to see our men's basketball program over at Banner Elk Elementary with a lunch buddy program. Several of the guys have come over there and had lunch, shared stories, and opened up a few milk cartons for the boys and girls there. It's been great to see the attitude and reflection of our athletic department within the community. We had teams working the Woolly Worm race for parking and trying to make it an experience for everybody who came to Banner Elk. There's just a lot of fun and engagement with our young people. I'm hoping you're able to get to see them in their environment. Come out and watch them play. You're certainly welcome to see practice. It's a great experience. It's certainly an environment we want to continue to bless them with, and your experiences, your time, your talents, your treasures, all are very important to us. Help make Lee's McRae Athletics a vital part of our community as we are engaged in yours. Stay tuned for more next week of This Week in Bobcat Athletics.